Hello, 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 darlings. Scott Finns here with some Grand Rising Tribe new podcast for you guys. Hey, I bet you missed me. That was a mixture. Yay, because I speak four languages, and all the languages in my mind, I don't think in languages anymore. I just open my mouth and see what comes out. And sometimes it's not pretty. That's how you go. Anyway, today, let's see what happens here. If you invite a comedian to your podcast, he might make a dick joke. If he makes a dick joke, some people may leave. If those people leave, Slapacus will find them and remind them not to be judgmental, with 2 slaps in the face. If Slapacus slaps you twice, then it becomes a lesson mark. If you have a lesson mark, the mark won't go away until you learn your lesson. If you have a hard time learning your lesson, then you can either do shadow work or enjoy your new tattoo. Thanks be to the Creator. All is good. By the way, major disclaimer, I repeat, do not listen to the Raw Light Universe podcast while driving. While driving, you should focus on driving. Like the cats, when they focus their eyes, they turn into slits. That's the hunter within the cat. They focus deeply. Be like the hunter and focus. Yes, boys and girls, it's I, the legendary Scott Finns, here to tell you more tales, wacky stuff, loony-toony macaroni. Or we can get deep and balance the madness with education. Now, if I understand this correctly, in New York City there are construction workers building high residential apartments, yet there's a large number of people on the streets. Weird, but okay. You know what's more strange? Reviews. You mean to tell me you put faith on a stranger who you know nothing about? Don't listen to a stranger. Listen to a comedian. Listen to Scott Finns, the Catcher-Man, the AK-47 Bears, the Singing Bears, Slapacus. Let me tell you. Once upon a time, the Catcher-Man was in CVS, an American horror store with prices they sell for. It is bonkers. Anyway, he saw this toy for cats and he was like, oh boy, the toy for the cat. He gets the toy for the cat. He sees the toy needs 3 double batteries. A secret alliance between toy companies and battery companies for sure. He gets batteries. Walks up the hill to the cave where he let the cat rest while he gets the goodies. Places the batteries in, pressed the button, and was looking at the cat get comfortable with the toy, which took some time. While the cat was first curious then dove into amusement, he noticed that the toy kind of stopped. At this point, he presses the button again and realized what type of toy it is. This is a time you have to press the button. It works for 10 minutes. That is bullshit. You're going to get a van, pick up Slapacus and the A40. Sorry, let me do that again, darlings. Where were we? At this point, he presses... Shall we do this in English? At this point, he presses the button again and realized what type of toy this is. This is a time button. Huh? Oh man. Anyway. This is a time you have to press the button. It works for 10 minutes. That is bullshit. He's going to get a van, pick up Slapacus and the AK-47 Bears, or maybe just the Singing Bears. Yeah, well, go with the Singing Bears. Catcher-Man, Slapacus, and the Singing Bears on their way to find whoever is responsible for this bullshit and slap some sense into them. The bears will be singing, "You need common sense to make people happy." Anyway, that's all Light will reveal for now. For now, enjoy Scott's Madness. Hey, darlings, here we are. Scott's Madness once again. Hey, and Scott, this is a whole dialogue for me because I'm just start talking and listening to myself talking, which I love. So if you ever meet me, this will be what you get. You won't be able to place any words into our conversation. I'll be just going blah 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 blah. Hey, I just said blah blah. Hey, isn't it cool to say blah blah? Don't you like me when I say blah blah? Yeah. Comedian might make a dick joke, especially if the comedian is a dick. Haha. You know, dick jokes. Now, dick jokes. Hey, that's a good thing. Dick jokes. Now, this is a jump. This is a jump of a dick. Like like you're jumping over a dick. Hey, just saw a dick. Jump. Or a snake or something. So, a dick joke. Come. You know why I say dick jokes? I tell dick jokes because most of the times I don't want to get in. Like, I don't need to look at the screen anymore. I was looking at the screen. I'll turn off the screen and focus straightly. I'll just make up a word. Let me just turn this microphone right here. Am I recording, by the way? I turn this stuff again. Because if I'm not recording, I'll have to say all this again. Yay! No, I'm still recording. Alrighty then. Bye-bye now. What was I saying? I was saying that dick jokes. Yeah, dick jokes. Why dick jokes? Why is 70% of all comedy blue comedy? Why is 70% of comedy going around body functions and genitals? And let me tell you this, because I'm an eternal learner. I like to learn stuff. Yeah, that's what I do. I learn. And then sooner or later, someone pays me to do, talk, or teach the kind of stuff I've been learning about for pleasure, which is quite cool because it doesn't feel like work. It feels like pleasure. And I've been reading about script writing, screenwriting, because I wrote a few episodes for a YouTube series, and I've been writing for advertising and stuff like that, writing comedy. And I'm reading about this guy. The book is called Save the Cat, and it advises people how to organize their scripts. And I'll be organizing my show, my stand-up show, with the advice from this book. And he goes, okay, the story. There are like 10 genres of movies, and every movie in the genre is the same movie. And you go, what the fuck is that? I can't believe that. But then he explains it, and you go, oh yeah, it is the same movie. It is the same movie. You can resist for a while, think, oh no, this is just a coincidence. But if you see Happy Feet and The Lion King, it's the same movie. Exactly. Just one is penguins, the other one is lions. That's it. But it's the same movie. And it's a fleece, the Golden Fleece movie. Because there's the hero's journey and all that. Anyway, go search dramatic structure and you will Google that. Go Google, baby. So yeah, in that movie writing book, the thing is it primal? Is it primal? Primal. That's the word, primal. Let me repeat that, darlings. Primal. Can you hear it? Primal. Right. So, primal things are primal things. Things that a caveman could understand. Stuff like even the cat of Catch-a-Man can understand. And his eyes are turning into sluts. Did I say sluts? I meant sluts. Anyway, but it slits. Slits his throat. Anyway, sorry. We go. That was a little tangent right there. Just trying to find some comedy outside of the text. You search for a bit and no, there's no comedy there. That's all just plain bullshit. So come back, and go back to what you were saying. So I was talking about primal things. Now, primal things are fear of death. Well, fear, that's one primal thing. Fear of death, that's one primal thing. Sex, that's primal. Hunger, that's primal. Revenge, that's primal. Basically, it's all going around these things. Movies, at least. So a romantic movie, when you think about it, romantic comedy or not, or drama, is about two people who want to have sex with each other. Or one of them wants to have sex with the other, and the other one is not quite convinced yet that they should have sex with the first one. So there you go. So all romantic comedies, it's that. It's two people, the story of two people who will eventually have sex. That's it. And when you see it like this, you say, oh yeah, it's sad to reduce. It's kind of reducing the reality of the movies, but it all comes down to having sex. Of course, you can paint it. Oh, it's so nice. It's cute. It's not at all blue. But it's the same. You can call a dick. You can call it a penis. You can call it your chram. You can call it a wiener. You can call it whatever you want. But it's still a dick. It's still a penis. And still stuff goes around it. Especially balls. Did you see that? I hope the camera, because I felt the face I was doing and I found that was funny. Ooh, sorry about that. Anyway, no, I'm not sorry about that. Fuck off. So that's primal. It is primal. Sex is primal. And everybody is trying to get laid. Even those who are trying to not get laid, they are trying to get some recognition because they don't get laid. And that makes me think about the early the early Christian movements. Now, when the Christianity came along, well, the proto-Christians, so the ones that came before, actual Christians we have today. So there was Christ and, some kind of sects following Jesus and following his thing and becoming Christians. So they are the first Christians. Now, the first Christians, there are 3,000, I think, for now, or 2,000. No, there are 3,000 religions, and I think 2,000 of those religions are some kind of variation of Christ, of ways of following Jesus. Okay? So the first ones, one of the first ones, were like Puritan kind of thing, and they were against sex. So they were against sex, and they were all for purity and all that. So they didn't have sex, and they all died, and the religion was over. Hey, that's a stupid concept. But when you think about it, first job of a church, of a religion, is to keep the church alive. So first job of Catholic Church is to keep the Catholic Church alive. It's not to grant salvation of the people, not at all. It's not to save your souls and educate you, whatever you want to believe about it. No. The first role of Catholics, not Catholics, but Catholic Church, is to ensure the survival of the Catholic Church. There, I said it. Because see how the world changed? There were wars, there was whatever, fighting, scandals, whatever, and the church is still there. They've been, they go with the flow. There's a king, okay. Catholicism, the church goes with the king. Oh, the king is in trouble. Oh, the king got killed. Oh, king got killed. Let's give him a big mass and say goodbye to the king. And the king goes, oh, and another one comes. Hey, another king. And we bless the king. Then, in France at least. Oh, the king, oh, no. There's a republic now. We separate state and church. Let's cut off the head of the kings. And the church goes, no, maybe not. They chop the king's head off. And now there's a democracy, there's a republic, and the church goes, oh, that's very cool. Hey, that's good. We always wanted a democracy. That is the way of God. Hey, let's do democracy. And in other countries where there's a dictatorship, they go with the dictatorship. They don't care. They say, oh no, this is not our business. Our business is God. No, their business is keeping the church afloat. That's why they are against abortion. Because how can you keep a church if people die off and they don't reproduce? And all this because of a dick joke. Come on, seriously? Anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, we were saying that it's primal. So the first Christians, now I have to find the thread back to where I was before because there's no comedy gold here. But it's still not that big of a bullshit kind of thing. So you can Google this. Hey, Google it, and you'll be a better citizen or not. So we were saying dick joke, primal, movies. It's all the same movie. Yes, because romantic movies are all the same movie. Someone wants to get laid or falls in love, whatever you want to call it. Now, there's buddy movies where two friends like Rain Man or brothers or whatever, it's the same movie, except that they don't have sex. But all the rest is the same. The intrigue is the same. The drama is the same. The fights are the same. Everything is the same. But they just don't have sex with each other. Now, fear of death. That is a primal thing and everybody feels that. Did you ever notice that you take a group of humans and you put some kind of constraint, some kind of trouble, and they're afraid of dying, and they go completely bonkers and they start behaving like wild beasts? Yay. Whatever it is. Food shortage. Toilet fucking paper. That's funny. You see, when the beginning of COVID hit, people went crazy. They were fighting over toilet paper. Katrina hit. When there's a big natural disaster or something like that, people come to steal stuff from other people because there's no law, there's no police, there's no nothing. So they go and rob, and because there's an opportunity, there's chaos. And that's really funny because it happens everywhere. As soon as humans are put in front of a primal emotion, whatever it is it a race? Is it, You see that protesting against COVID and stuff like that, and they start, they go against the police. They start fighting the police. The police start shooting them. They shoot each other. What the fuck is going on, man? It's the primal thing. Everything is primal, and the more you get to primal, the more you get to the true nature of human beings. Now, if you noticed what we've done with society, all this because of a dick joke, I can't believe this. Anyway, society, what do? When we eat, we close our mouth. Except Ralite, he eats his mouth open, he doesn't care, and bits of food falling off. He's an animal on the hunt. But, regular people will close their mouth. When you go to the toilet, you close the door. When you make love, you are hidden. When you die, people put you away. So everything that makes us animal, or that reminds us of how we are animals, we hide it. We don't even eat with our hands anymore. It's wow. It's because we are hiding it. Until, of course, something primal comes along and there's a food shortage or whatever it is, and we have to fight each other for food. Hey, what's the concept? And then we have no problem killing each other. It's like those people with the masks and the guns. Say, I don't need a mask, God will protect me. But you do need an AK-47 and a bear. Now, how do you explain that? But then they just shoot you, and the bear eats your remains. So don't go around asking stupid questions, darlings. So yeah. Wacky stuff, Looney Toony Macaroni. That was today's episode. Hey, it's Looney Toony Macaroni right here. So yeah. This is not very funny, is it? No. Maybe entertaining at best, but not funny. So I wish you a good night, darlings. Ciao, ciao.